This is Spirit Queen from Let's Talk Podcast, brought to you on Monday nights from 7 p.m. CST time. We are live on Instagram at food FOOD the number 4 DA Soul SOUL 444. And we also have a YouTube page where you can see other episodes that we have done in the past on Food FOODDA 444. Tonight we're going to talk about the secret mysteries of the planet Earth. We have a special guest on tonight, and he goes by Real Real. We also have our host and our co host, who you already know. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then we will go from there.
Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Sunny, of course, aka Sun Goddess. I am your host of Let's Talk Past Spiritual Studies. Again, we do this each and every Monday night, 7 p.m. to C at 7 p.m. CST time. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tune on in, and then also please, please, please make sure you hit the like buttons, comment buttons, anything that you have. Make sure you tap in, and then also follow us at Food for the Soul 444 on Instagram.
And hey everybody, my name is Brittany, aka Eternal Goddess, here on Food for the Soul 444 podcast, Let's Talk Podcast. I hope y'all enjoy tonight. Tune in, tap in, and get what you need out of this live as we dive into, the ancient gems, mysteries of Antarctica. So yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and dive right in and let our guests introduce themselves, and they're going to take off with the platform. So, with that being said, we're going to give the mic to Real Real.
Peace, love, and high vibrations to all. All praises be to the Most High. Grateful to be here, and just grateful to contribute to this beautiful podcast. Thank you, beautiful, lovely souls, for allowing me to join in such greatness. Once again, it's always an honor to be among great souls and like-minded individuals. So, with that being said, so grateful and filled with gratitude. Let's dive right into it. All right. Um, so as we know, there are a lot of things going on, and it's happening at a very, very fast pace right now on the planet. This is due to our sun. All right, our central sun is older. All right, and the sun has just gotten a year older within the last 5 years or so. So this is a 24,000 year cycle that we call the Great Ayam. All right, capital A, lowercase a, M. And the Ayam is today referred to as what we call the Great Wobble. This means that every 24,000 years is going to be end of an eon. All right, the end of an entire age, and they call it a Kali Yuga. So due to this speed, there are some individuals that are naturally connected to what we call nature. All right. And if you know anything about nature, nature is the um, personification of the principles of what we call the universe. Nature to a lot of ancient people is God. And if anybody is very, very, uh, let's just say ancient, their bloodline is acclimated to that information. All right. So natural is natural. All right. The all nature is natural all. All right. So there's a lot of things that's happening in nature, but simultaneously in today's time, they have a world that's digital. Okay. The digital world is what we call the phantom matrix. This phantom matrix is really trying to keep up, all right, with all natural occurrences. All right. So we live in a simulation. We live in two different realities that is simultaneously running concurrent, all right, and it's pulling and tethering on the souls of of the planet. All right, so now we know that there are those who have souls on the planet, and then there's that who don't have souls on the planet. And this is just the truth. Everybody kind of knows what's going on. And so this podcast is called Food for the Soul 444. All right. So many people with souls are going to gravitate to this type of information because that's what it's for. All right. And but there are also a bunch of soulless beings, all right, that are learning, all right, how to calculate or equivalent it would be if they could possibly possess, okay, this soul energy. All right. Nevertheless, there's a lot of great mysteries that is happening on the earth. And today we want to talk about those who have the soul connection and those who are kind of like natural to the evolutionary stages. All right. And these are the people that are going to get the first benefits with this new age energy, or downloads, uploads, upgrades, transitions. All right. And we want to talk about why that is. All right. We want to talk about why this is a reality. So I'm gonna share some things on my screen here. All right. Share some things on my screen. If it would have me. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right. All right. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. All right.
Yes.
All right. So this is how everything began to break up. I'm sorry about that. First and foremost, we have to understand that today's personification of where we are kind of like broken apart. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of broken apart. All right. So it isn't a unified construct how it used to be. But a long time ago, all right, it used to look like this. All right. It was all connected. Okay. So we have to first and foremost be able to understand that those individuals who have a harmonialized concept, a harmony concept, a unity concept, or a divine oneness concept hold the information inside of the bloodline so far back to where they remember when everything was connected in real life, in real time. Okay?
Stop. Stop. So, what the hell? Huh?
It's still going.
But I got a message saying that it ended. Go.
I saw
I'm
that too.
sorry.
Yeah.
It might have been my live. Okay, y'all, we still good.
Yeah.
Okay, we
I have
good?
to edit. Yeah, I have to edit that part out.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So a long time ago, all right, we lived in a world where everything was connected. All right, everything was all one. Okay. In fact, Africa, South America, India, and Antarctica was called Gondwana. And it was said that North America and Eurasia was called Laurasia. So for the individuals that don't understand that Africa and South America were connected, okay, then you must understand why a lot of us look at our brothers and sisters or other people in countries as our brothers and sisters. All right. Um, this harmonious construct is very ancient. All right. So everybody doesn't hold the information of harmonious lives or all together or infinite oneness. As much as we would like that to be a reality for everybody, the truth is, over a period of time, okay, there were a lot of beings that were digitally created. All right, digitally created. These digital beings are what we call human beings today. All right, they're everywhere.
Right.
It's so many more human beings on the face of the planet than it is anything else right now. But every human being came with rulers. All right, so there are also advanced aliens on the face of the planet that rules subsections, okay, to their subservience of what we call human beings. And these are the ones that are upset when we come, all right, to the awareness, because we be like zapping their programs. We be kind of like interfering with their creation, and we be like raising the vibrations where harmony is concerned, where unity is concerned, and all of these good constructs that we kind of deal with. All right. So, first and foremost, the first mystery of the earth that we have to talk about is harmony. Is harmony something new, or is harmony and unity actually something that is never going to change? Okay, because the Phantom Matrix will have you to believe, all right, that harmony is something that has to be achieved. All right, that unity is something that has to be achieved. And it's the same thing with spirituality. All right, everybody who's practicing spirituality to some degree, you know, are in a spell. And they understand, because if you are a soul, you are 100% naturally, keyword naturally, or naturally spiritual. So that's not your problem. You don't have a problem with being spiritual. All right, that never was the issue with you guys, or if you have souls with us guys. All right. So what would be the issue then? Okay, what would be the issue then? The issue would not be spirituality. I think that the issue would be awareness. All right, how many of us are really aware of what's really going on in present day age and time? Okay, and then how many of us are utilizing the information and then making excuses for our subjective truth and not the objective truth? All right, because my truth is not the truth, y'all. It's just my truth. All right, but there is a truth that's more in alignment with the truth, and that's the objective. Okay, so those who have a harmonious perception are going to be observed as troublemakers in this day and age and time due to the Phantom Matrix. All right. So how do we know who the souls? All right. Listen to what I'm going to say. Who the rightful heirs, okay, of the elemental constructs are today? How do we know who they are? All right. Because there's a lot of beings who are here by divine right. Okay. Let me say that again. All right. There's a lot of us who are here by divine righteousness. All right.
Okay, so what does that mean that they're here by divine righteousness?
That means that, great question. I love it. Great question. That means that those beings who are here by divine righteousness, okay, were divinely placed to be the proper caretakers of the face of the planet. Okay. They're original to the construct of the natural occurrence or creation of the earth. All right. So you have an origin story with the creation of the planet. All right. You are a part of the beautiful creation construct. All right. So when Creator created everything and saw that it was good, you would be a part of the good, and that can never change.
Mhm.
All right. That great
So
question.
are those the same as the gatekeepers?
Great question. Okay. Now this will get tricky because those individuals are gatekeepers. Okay, but remember, we got a Phantom Matrix right now, right? We got
Right.
custodians, we got
Mhm.
managers, we got fiduciaries, we have these other beings who have now taken the place of, okay, because they are aware. So one thing that I teach people, and they do this with every child that comes into the earth plane, is something called BST. All right, so let's just say the gatekeepers that we think are the gatekeepers are only the gatekeepers because we haven't came back and said, hey, y'all, we the real gatekeepers. All right. So it's not their fault. It's to come back and make a claim and say, hold on, y'all, I'm original. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then they are going to definitely be qualified to gatekeep. Great question.
Right.
So one thing that they do to make sure that they can stay gatekeeper for as long as possible is that every child that comes through the earth plane, they hit the child with something called BST. It's a system called the Beast. The BST stands for blank slate technology, y'all. To blank slate, to wipe the slate clean to where you don't have access to the memory, all right, or the God-giving memory that naturally acclimates with your genetic DNA and your, your traits, all right, your emotional body. So what begins to happen is because they memory wipe us when we come in, we have these awakening, right? These mass memory awakenings to where we start remembering a whole bunch of stuff. And the reason why we get it in abundance because of some technology that, was implanted into, our database as children. And now this becomes a problem for them. All right, because we not only are getting the memories, family, we know how to process them. All right, so they can't label some of us as schizophrenic and crazy, and so now they have to put us under keen observation. All right, we are under high intelligence surveillance. All right, so we on this list of high intelligence. All right, and the higher you go in it, on the intelligent bracket, the more rulership energy you begin to establish, as an heir to the earth. Okay, all right. The earth is the throne, y'all. The earth is the throne. Okay, and we are the heirs to that throne. The throne is the great mother. She sits on the great throne. All right, Mama Universe. All right, daughter Earth. We are in her womb right now. Okay, we're inside of her womb. We're playing everything out. All right, now she got original babies, organic babies. Okay, no matter how old we grow to be, we're gonna always be a baby to Earth and Mama Universe. Okay, now we are like the cells of the earth. Let me give you guys another slide so I can show you the 18 constructs that we have here. Let me see if it'll let me share it right here. Okay, let's go right there. Let's see. All right, you see this slide right here, right? Everybody's talking about the universe. Everybody's talking about the universe, the galaxies, solar systems, planets. Okay, we came from way down here. All right, we came from the particle. All right, but right now, those who are absolutely in alignment with what's going on, they are acting as the cells of the earth. We are the cells of the earth right now. All right, we are the cells of the earth. Just like we have cells in our body, we are the cells of the earth. Okay, now for those who are activated cells, okay, you automatically jump up to the ecosystem. Automatically, you go from cell straight to the ecosystem. And this is the first actual system that we deal with outside of ourselves. All right. Now, once we understand what's going on in the ecosystem, okay, we then be able to tap to the things that is running or ruling, okay, the actual phantom matrix here, which the phantom matrix is a replica of energy frequencies and vibrations that are natural to the planet, okay, but they have to use energy frequency and vibration to create what we call a wormhole to where they can create a holographic universe. All right, so we are the original, my bad, sorry about that. We are the original cells of this planet. Okay, original is the key word, or natural is the key word. So our awakening is a natural awakening. And this is what is different. It's not a synthetic awakening. It's more like an organic awakening. And it gets real tricky because the gatekeepers, as you brought up, have so many different quote unquote off placement values for those individuals who are absolutely in control of the heirs to this planet. So what is going to happen in the golden age? All right, it's going to reset to divine oneness or Pangea again. All right, so it breaks away so far all the way just to come back around together. When it goes around the globe, it just locks back up. All right, so for those who understand harmony right now, can see those using love and light to divide and conquer.
Right.
All right, it's not about being one-sided. So you, just like somebody is pure dark and pure evil, you don't want to be pure good and pure light on earth. All right, because that's excessively being used, and they use energy like that. They love people who just give themselves away. All right, because you are a food source to these higher ups. So the gatekeepers need energy to keep the simulation running. They need frequency, vibration to keep the simulation powered. And what we're doing is saying, hold on, it's organic. All right, for us to starve y'all ass. Like it's organic for you seem like an energy vampire. Like, okay, we're understanding that there are desperate. All right, now who are they? They are not the people that we see observing us every day. No. The people that we see observing us every day are more like our servants, not to a level of rulership, but to a level of sales and like the earth. All right, they're here to keep up a system that we call the United States, by the way. They're here to keep up a system, a corporation. And if you know anything about a corpse is
business.
Dead.
Right.
All right, so this is why they create things like another version of us. Let's just put it like that. All right, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. All right, this is why they do things like that to keep the system, because the system is now what? Digital, y'all. All right. So where did they start with the technology on an earthly plane? All right. So the mystery place would be Antarctica. All right, that would be the mystery place right now. Let's go see if we can find some things that shows where Antarctica. All right, and we can see right here. Let's go right here. Let's see if it'll let me blow it up. All right, maybe I got it right here. So Antarctica, right here at the bottom, is where they were able to absolutely preserve what we call today technology. If you know anything about technology, the one that gives us radiation, like the computers that we own, the phones that we own, okay, it cannot exist in hot geographical locations. If it goes out into the sun, it will not work. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So they had to find a place to keep it cool and preserve this technology. In other words, all right, technology is very, 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 very ancient. All right, this technology is not new. Okay, family, it's not new at all. There's nothing new about it. All right, that's why a lot of us know how to control the technology. All right, so let's just say ChatGPT for instance. A lot of don't know how to use ChatGPT because they're not absolutely and positively aware, all right, that we kind of like created the technology. Okay. So by default, the technology begins to do what, y'all? Rule over them. All right. But it's no different from the system, the matrix. Okay. If you're not thinking for yourself, the algorithm begins to start thinking for you.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So with the whole technology and everything, and knowing that this is Mother Matrix, that we're in with the Phantom Matrix. So I know that technology, like, there is like the void. So what does that, will that have anything to do with, the technology that we are using today, like with ChatGPT,
Great
maybe
question.
like dealing with Antarctica?
Yeah, great question. Great question. Yeah, first and foremost, yes, because you're speaking about our original computer that we have within the inner earth, right? That computer does not give us the radiation. That technology is original to us. All right, it's a crystal computer, gold, copper. Imagine all of the elements combined into one,
Element.
and then able
Yes.
to have the computations about where you come from, all the so yes, so they created a system using the technology. All right. So imagine being saying, you know what, I'm gonna create a system, and how am I gonna know about a system? I gotta use a system to create a system. So they got all the information from the void and then created technology. All right, which is what we call a technical advancement. So now the highest they can go on the planet Earth is technology.
Mm-hmm.
Souls can go above, beyond, below, around, in between,
Through.
through. We're not bound to the construct of this earth, y'all. All right. That's why when we connected or when we get online, all right, we use the elements as a medium. Okay. We
Mhm.
use the elements because we are also, all right, a biological computer.
Right.
That's why it's easy for us to intercept the transmissions and see what they're doing in real life time while it's playing out. And they got you thinking that they're ahead of you. All right. No, they're using technology to even get a step or two ahead using technology. All right. So these phones and computers that we're talking on, it really helps them 10 times more than it will help us. It's a
Mhm.
data collector. All
Mm-hmm.
right. It's all about collecting data, collecting data, collecting data. All right. So we call these beings what? Recipients or receivers. Okay. We would be the primary what? Lenders or givers. Does that make sense? All right.
Mhm.
So the computer you deal with is the all giving computer. All right. The absolutely archetypical creator, while everything else would be more like the prototypical receiver. All right. So we're supposed to be giving orders, y'all. We're supposed to be telling our program codes what to do. All right. But we so naive, we just let them do what they want to do around us. All right. You can have whatever you have as long as you are in harmony with the universe. All right. As long as because we have to be obedient, y'all, to the laws of the divine. All right. So we got to remember that the creator has something called universal laws. And these universal laws are immutable, meaning they're unchangeable, meaning that they're not man-made. Okay, man didn't make these type of like the seasons. Man didn't make that. All right, all he can do
Mhm.
is measure it, discover it, tap in with it, and go with the flow. All right, so Antarctica preserved this technology. All right, the last time we had this technology rolled out was in what they call the Atlantic, uh, Atlantis and Lemuria time. We had all of this advanced technology, and I'm gonna tell y'all, we use it for organic and pure purposes. Okay, so in Atlantis and Lemuria, there was not all right, there was not what we call radiation. All right, does that make
Right.
sense?
Right.
All right. It was orgone energy. So it wasn't a lot of corrosion going on with your battery. All right. People weren't getting tired. All right. 5 minutes into a podcast, 15 minutes, and it went tired. The attention span was so much more longer. Okay. We was able to withhold so much more information inside of our body with the technology. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is another great mystery of the earth, because we have something called speed healing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, speed healing dealt with crystals, okay?
I'll see. Shoot.
Yep, and frequencies combined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, crystals and frequencies infused. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's right. That's right. And once we were able to tap into the biochemical and alchemical process of these crystals and frequencies, we would go and put these things into a chamber, okay, like a whole crystal room. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Now we learned the conduit. It's gonna blow your mind. Another ancient mystery of the earth through our real water. Did y'all know that the waters are not original to the earth? That's like the ocean
Yes.
waters are not original. Okay, they come from
Yes.
somewhere else. Earth has her own water called spring water.
Spring.
That's the living water. It's inside of the core of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So we have
Yes.
other beings that think they running something because they water over here. It's another world.
Mm-hmm.
So they create these rules, these codes, these policies, okay? Because they say, well, listen, all right. They say, well, listen, remember, when the water fell on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
it
Yes.
cracked the surface, and this is how Pangea began lit up.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, it hit it so hard it put a little cracks in the tectonic plates, and over a period of time, it got more separated and more separated and more
Mm-hmm.
separated. So
Mm-hmm.
they say,
Yes.
well, look, they ain't common law no more. They ain't divine wonders no more. They split up. But guess what, y'all? Did
Mm-hmm.
y'all not know that our castles are called monasteries on top of hills? That when the water hit, we was over there looking down on the water. Damn, what's going on down there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we understood off the rip that that was a whole different world that was entering into our atmosphere.
Yes.
Our law was land, air, and water. The water was the internal water, which is the primordial water of
Mm-hmm.
Earth. Now we got another primordial water from what they call the dome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now when the water came in here, they had to trap it. They had to contain water. If you know anything about water, it needs a container to be what? Contained.
Mm-hmm.
Contain. Yeah.
Okay, that's why we got a dome around right now. Nobody talks about this.
Yes. Yes.
Only reason why we got a dome around here is because if we take the dome off, they water gone. So they
Yes.
have to keep a dome around the earth to contain, all right, the water that they now, rule. Because remember, it's another world in that water.
In the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Simultaneously, our land is still under the sea, not in the sea.
Yeah.
I said
Under the ice, because we always still too have to remember that Antarctica wasn't always frozen.
no, it wasn't.
It was not.
It was always cold, but it wasn't always frozen.
That's
All right,
right.
that's right, that's right, and
Yes.
that's very, very great for her to say that, because we know, according to universal law, okay, that seasons, all right, allow us to understand how to master our environment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so the grandmasters, all right, like Master Teacher Real is a grandmaster. He understood a long time ago when we had the Big Four. The Big Four was dealing with what, y'all? Okay, what we call earth, water, air, and river. I mean, earth, air, fire, and river. All right. But also, what, y'all? Summer, spring,
Mm-hmm.
fall, and winter. But
Mm-hmm.
also, what else, y'all? North, east, west, and south was the news,
Yes.
NEWS. Okay, this is why you see people trying to use beings like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. All right. Yeah, it's all regurgitating itself. All right, because let me tell you something. The only people who can bring in the news of information is those that are original to the construct of earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why they tell you there's nothing new under the sun. All right, because the sun under the sun dome.
Yes.
If we take that dome off, guess what? The first thing gonna happen is their water is gonna leave. Okay, it's going to go into space. And when it goes into space, all right, let me show y'all what begins to happen when it goes into space. Okay. It turns into different type of constructs. Let's look at it like this. Y'all see that? See, on Earth, there is their water on Earth. But when it hit Venus, y'all, it turned into sulfuric acid. When it hit Titan, it turned into methane, y'all. If it hit Neptune, it started raining diamonds. All right? It started raining glass, and even in Uranus, it turned into semen. Okay? All right? So a lot of these beings that are from other planets, they use them same constructs of their water and say, well, you know what? On here, on my planet Uranus, water is semen. So they create men of the sea. Sea men.
Mm-hmm.
All right, little bitty swimmers that think they running something. And I'm like, man, listen, you inside of the water womb still. No matter what you do. All right, now you want to come on our land, all right, and try to run something. All right, and we made a peace treaty with them a long time ago. This is the crazy part about it. Y'all, we made a peace treaty with these beings. All right, because now and then, some of their daughters would love earth men, and some of the men would love earth women. All right, and every now and then they'll come on the surface and they'll be like, man, these people over here running, man, they cool. And they'll make a peace treaty. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. All right. And these peace treaties be lasting for sometimes 2,000-3,000 years. Okay, now, what happened is some of these very, 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 very tyrannic people, okay, was coming across the seas and decided to just spill a lot of blood on their water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so much blood was spilled coming across them seas, okay? And because we, as surface dwellers, made a pact with them, we had to take the blame for it. But we weren't the one who did it, y'all. So let me tell y'all what's happening right now. What's happening right now is the individuals who are really accountable for, you know, the divide and conquer construct now have to pay their own price. All right. Anytime we get to the end of a great ion, karma is instant. I ever noticed that? Like a long time ago, it seemed like it take people forever to get their lick back.
Mm-hmm.
How you been doing all the fuckery and he don't never get in trouble for it? But now it seems like you do something and it comes right back, good or bad.
Yep.
All right, because that's the end of what's going on. So if you are natural to the earth, you can do a lot of good things and it's going to come right back to you, right? It's going to come right back to you. Mm-hmm. Now we have to be aware of how it is coming, y'all, because it don't come the way we give it.
No.
Okay? Today is going to come in the form of the goddamn programs that they using. And we can't always be passive to things that we should be ruling with and over at the same time. All right, so everybody don't know what's going on the land in real life. All right, but for the people who this is just saying that you are the first to benefit from the upgrade that's going to happen in the golden age. All right, and the golden age will be here in the next 700 years. All right, and that's another mystery. They think we're in the age of Aquarius. No, we're not in the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of Pisces, y'all. We're in the house of Aquarius.
Water, come on.
That's right. All right. Now, Pisces represent the internal water. People don't know that. They think when we say Pisces is I believe. Okay? Mm-hmm. We are in the age of faith. And you have to go, the highest you can go is to the highest of a constellation. So we are in the age of, you know what? The Piscean age, I have to have faith. I have to believe that anything is possible.
Yes, you are
Yes.
so correct. And that man, man, you just touched, because you are so correct, because it's with our intuition and stuff like that too as well, you know. We got the last foot in the, you know what I'm saying, in the zodiac sign, so we see, so we're old souls.
Yep.
So we can see, we can foresee, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, yep, absolutely.
Yep. And y'all like Pisces are my go-tos right now. Because Pisces, they will deal with it on the mental plane, but they won't
Yeah.
allow the mental plane to overtake, what's happening on Earth. All right.
Yeah.
Pisces are the most right-brained people where delusional is concerned, but the way that they present Earth is a mystery within itself. That's why the Christ story appealed to a lot of us. Because of the mysterious energy that he was representing in the Piscean age, like with the fish and things like that, being fishers of men and all of those beautiful things. So that's why it was very appealing to a lot of us coming up, because of mysteries. So yeah, Pisces are definitely they're like the one who says this is the last hour. All right, we gonna close the door. After this, you gotta wait for it to be open. We're not opening it no more. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Pretty
that's
much.
very good to have to have that type of energy around you, because they don't keep it real with you. And another good thing is the Piscean energy, they go for what they love. All right,
Yeah.
they go for what they love, like whether if it's a career, whether if it's a passion, or whether if it's a person, I'm going for what I love. And I might go against the program way of, oh, you gotta have it this way, you gotta do it that way. No, I understand, but I'm going for because I believe. All right, and we
Mhm.
need to, we need this. And the way I use it right now is for the children.
Yeah.
All right, because children, you want to have, you want to be able to believe with a child. You can't, like, if you can't dream with a child, you're not really helping them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So what I do is I always dream with the child. What's your dreams, and I dream with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's another Pisces age. Now, ironically, they use what we call sub-zero technology with Antarctica to preserve this technology in the ancient Lemuria, at the end of Lemuria in the Atlantis period. They said, listen, man, we need to create a grid, a light lockdown grid, so that we can begin to monitor people's thoughts.
Yep.
All right, monitor people's energy and vibration that's on Earth.
Yep.
So they had to use a satellite to do it. Okay. A lot of people don't know that the satellite that they used was the moon satellite. Okay. But what if I told y'all that the original moon really had vegetation and water on it? It had trees and water.
Mhm.
It was a living construct before they polarized it and made it become a fossil, a shell, or a ship. Or in other words, they made it an empty vessel. Ooh, don't it sound like some stuff they be trying to do, like people making you an empty vessel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the moon, the people that are original to the earth plane, they use moon magic. And let me tell you how it really looks today. All right, this is how it really looks today, y'all. The original moon magic looks like this. All right. This is the original moon magic right here. These 13 calendar months. All right, 13 months and 28 days on all turtle shells. This equals 364 days plus 1 day of rest. All right, the day of rest is what we call the day out of time. All indigenous people around the world knew the wisdom. The word indigenous means original, y'all, of the turtle, and follow the 13-month calendar. After all, there are 13 moon cycles in a year and 27 to 29 days per cycle. It's almost as if the white man subtracted a month in order to serve the connection between the people in the sun, moon, and stars, which are themselves in a gigantic clock. So we use the moon as a clock. Now, I want one of y'all sisters to do something who is close to ChatGPT. Okay? I want somebody to plug in right now. Okay? Is the day out of time known in the cosmic turtle moon July 25th? I'm going to say it again. Is the day out of time known in the cosmic turtle moon July 25th? And see what it's going to say. Because I'm going to tell y'all, the end of the year is this month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell y'all right now. Look at Spirit Queen back there. Okay. The end of the year, y'all, is July the 24th. And the day out of time is July 25th. And the beginning of the year is going to come in what, y'all? Nobody talks about this. All right. We hear about it being activated in the spring, March, April, but the actual end of the year is July 24th. All right, now I can only know this information if I'm connected to the living moon of the ritualistic, harmonious, rhythmic cycles that is predicated with the earth.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody clock off. They're not on clock. They don't know what's really going on. Okay, they don't know where to start, and that's not a bad thing. All right, it's an opportunity for us to really find out who is doing what and how it's being done on the face of the land. But moreover, we want everybody coming to pure consciousness. Okay, so we have to do the rituals, y'all, of the harmonic rhythmic cycles of the moon, the 13 months. All right, we're not dealing with with NASA's lies about the full moon, the crescent moon, the waxing moon, the waning moon, or none of that. All you gotta know, all you gotta understand is what is the moon of the month. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this month we're dealing with something called the cosmic turtle moon. All right, the cosmic turtle moon is where you go back and you look at everything you did for a whole year. You go back for a whole year and you say, well, damn, I did this last year, that last year, this past year. Okay. And then the next moon is the next moon is going to be called the bat moon. Okay, the magnetic bat moon. All right, where you begin to magnetize. So we got some time. All right, we got a few days left before we come into a real new year regarding the harmonic rhythmic cycles of the universe. All right. So remember, y'all, we deal with harmony. Remember, we deal with balance. So we can see the facade of, oh, y'all trying to make it like this shit ain't balanced, and we know it's balanced.
Right.
Y'all see that? Y'all see the facade? Y'all trying to make it like that's messed up when we know it's together.
Light code lockdown.
Like whole lockdown. All right. We use light against you. All right. So much because remember, y'all, just like you can't see nothing in darkness. All right. Too much light can blind you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. It can blind you. All right. I think the world has been given too much light. I think we've been given so much light that now we excessively use light. We abuse light. We do not use light correctly. We light spam
Right.
people, we love bomb people. All right. We think we own people. All right. We think we attach to people, and the world don't work like that. Okay. There has to be a harmonic balance. And I'll tell y'all something. I got a system right now that's so cold, all right, to where we helping people get 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 back off understanding harmony and balance, of understanding agreements and things like that. All right. Now, of course, y'all, like Spirit Queen said, we got these gatekeepers that ain't the real gatekeepers here. All right. So them the people that we got to go talk to. Like, hold on, stop right there.
Yep.
You told me you was the original gatekeeper, nigga. I done found out in my DNA I'm the original gatekeeper. One
Right.
of us got to be lying and one of us got to be telling the truth.
How we
All
gonna have
right.
spirit without the truth?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
Mhm.
That's the other side. That's the other side that I don't want to talk about. Everybody want to talk about the spirit,
Yep.
but don't nobody want to talk about the truth.
Mhm.
All right. The truth hurts, family. The truth don't always care how we feel, family. The truth can care less. Okay, if you are butt hurt because you got to go to the next level. All right, are you willing to go to the next level? Yes or no? And if that's the truth, you got to come with it. And that's kind of like what we're doing, y'all. We're just holding everybody to the truth. This means that when I go outside, I don't got no mask to hide behind.
Right.
Okay, you see me naked and unashamed.
Mm-hmm. And when you're yourself like that, you're more so free. You free your soul versus you being on surface level and image level, because people do stuff for surface level. They do stuff for attention. They do stuff for like they want to fit in. But no, Most High always said if you're yourself, you set free. So you're in your freest moment.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. All right, y'all have any questions? Y'all want to ask some questions?
No, I don't. I think you answered everything.
I got something else for us. Then I got something else for us. Let me show something. Let me show something else. Then. All right.
I got one question.
Okay, go ahead.
So, dealing with the Gregorian calendar, the one that they wanted us to, be conditioned to live under, and with time and all that, and um, being in this 9 year, and completing cycles, and dealing with, the natural, energies of the moon to what we are normally moving by. You know what I'm what would you say that is like the end of like all of this light code lockdown? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't
No,
explain.
that's a great question. I understand what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, because what you're asking is that calendar that they created right now that's running on the number 12, right? It's running on the 12 construct clock, which what they did was created a time system where we go clockwise when the
Yeah.
earth is going counterclockwise.
Right.
The earth is moving, y'all, from right brain to left brain,
Right.
from divine feminine to divine masculine.
Right.
All right, these dudes or whoever they were created masculine to feminine. It offsets how we compute. That's why all the other countries they write from what, y'all, from right to left.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all never thought about that? Only in America, predominantly, where you go from left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're changing the conscious construct of how we compute, which is a disharmonious energy with the earth. So
Right.
now people get up and they go to work every day. Not natural. Only if you're working with something that you love is only natural. All right. Now people are only working to pay bills. You working because remember, farming is not natural. Farming today is not natural. Market is natural now. Marketplaces are natural now.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all understand all of these things was created with the Gregorian calendar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To invert, all right, the harmonic rhythmic cycles that we naturally are of. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happens if Sonny just said, "Oh, you being your most organic self," all right, and your most organic self saying, "Man, I ain't want to work for no goddamn body." What?
Right.
Now they say, "Well, if you don't work, you don't get no money." Now they say, "If you don't work, you get evicted." Now they say, "If you don't work, you get your car repo." Now they say, "If you don't work, you get your mortgage." Y'all see that stuff that they do?
Yep.
But what if you were really free and you knew how to use your interests?
Right.
All right, then you'll be tapping into a different system. Now, this system that we tapping into is gonna be forever, no matter what they create.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but now we go back and like I was telling Spirit Queen, we got to go back and say, hold on, you goddamn prototypical gatekeeper. I'm the original gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got to prove, listen, y'all, we have to prove it because we are on
Mm.
earth.
Mm-hmm.
In the spirit, we know the truth,
Yeah.
but that's in the spirit. We got to bring the truth on earth as it is in where, y'all?
Yeah.
In heaven.
All right? In your heart as it is in your mind. If
Mm-hmm.
everything is telling you that, hey, man, you supposed to be the one guarding these gates, all right, and you never go tell that person, hey, man, I was told that I'm the guardian of the gate. I got the proof now. Then guess what they're going to do, y'all? They're going to guard the gate until you come back and say something.
Right.
So another thing that's happening is we're the more we become into alignment with the earth, we are more like not afraid to speak our truth, not afraid to express our truth, not afraid to be unapologetic with our truth. We know that they can only do so much. In other words, I'm gonna put it like this: once you go to a certain heightened awareness, you can never be possessed. Let me just put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what be mad because they're like, damn, we can't possess them no more, but let's see if we can find a way in. We can possess her no more, but damn, let's see if we can find a way in. All right. So if you can't be possessed, then you should be a what, y'all? You should be a decreer. All right, or a dispeller. All right, because now you got the power to help other beings that are possessed and get that energy up out of them. So
Right.
yeah, that's a good question. Now, how do we help? How do we help people with that? With those rituals, they have the cosmic moon rituals, and let me show y'all how they created the dominoes with this real fast. All right.
On the platform.
Do y'all see this right here? All right, let me know if y'all can see this. I know we figured to get off of here, y'all.
We can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can
Y'all,
see it.
okay. Let me go back to it. All right, this is all y'all gotta do. This is all you have to do, family. We have to do, family, to understand how to get back in harmony with the rhythmic cycles of the universe. All right, so like I said, right now, this is where we at, y'all. We in the 13th month right now. We're in the cosmic
Mm-hmm.
turtle moon. All right, so all you want to do is plug in ChatGPT and say, hey, I know that we are in the cosmic moon according to the 13-month moon cycles. What are some rituals I can do? All right, and it's going to give you some rituals. It's going to give you some rituals that you can do. All right, like I said, this is how you get in real harmony with what's really going on because the 13-month moon is going counterclockwise with the Earth. All right, so that's what we want to do right now. That's the easiest way for, especially for women. All right, especially for women because women are natural nurturers by nature. All right, and y'all have this keen sense to nurture or to embrace all things that are imminent and natural. A real divine balanced woman don't give a damn if he a knucklehead. If he telling the truth, she gonna embrace him. If he an agent for Big Mama in the universe, she gonna say, I'm a witness to what he doing. He's supposed to be doing what he doing. I'm a witness.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have y'all just have a unique gift to do that. And men, we're naturally enforcers. Okay, we're natural executors. All right, the woman say, hey, you can do it. I see you, man. Go do it. I can do it. I
Mm-hmm.
got it. I'm gonna do it. Hey, we be so happy that we could just get it done.
Right.
You know, and that's the balance right there. That's the balance. So that would be my presentation with the mysteries of the earth. The mysteries are technology is not as new as we think it is. It's more like gatekeep, being like rolled out a little slowly. All right. Another thing is Antarctica is opening back up. All right, which means that your cosmic DNA and upgrades are being purged like a hot spring. Your blood is bubbling like a hot spring. Healing is here. Okay. And last but not least, you're going to be very wealthy. All right. We have to understand what this is saying. All right. Because the new lawyers are here. The new bankers are here. All right. The new podcast specialists here. The new doctors are here. Herbalists. All right. So the wealth is coming back to the natural beings. All right. So this is what the mysteries are. All right. But if your ass don't claim it, don't decree it, don't go get it, it will pass you by and you'll be sitting crazy for another 20 years and don't know what passed you by. And that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
So we do have a job to do, y'all. It's not like it's just gonna fall in our lap. All right. When the opportunity comes, we gotta jump on it. Okay. And we gotta start ruling these programs again. In love and light, harmony, balance, justice, and truth. All right, because I'm not a ruler of no damn program except my own mind, body, and soul.
Right.
And when I rule that divinely, guess what? I become observed. I tell everybody this before we go. Observe. OB space serve. Serve. Means look to serve. They're looking to serve you. If you are being observed, it's a big signal that you are a ruler. And I'm going to show you guys a very, very secret that I don't show a lot of people. I think the Sun God has shared it with you guys, but I'm going to show it to you about loyal and legal, royal and regal. All right. I'm going to show it to you. And this is a very, very clean indicator of who is supposed to be ruling on the face of the planet. All right, here we go. And this is it. I'm done after this. I promise you guys. So excited. Okay. Here we go, you guys. We're going to go into the etymology. Let's go to Etym Online. I already got it down here saying, look, of loyalty. All right, can y'all see that?
Okay.
Loyalty, fidelity, legitimacy, honesty, good quality. Okay? Loyalty also deals with what, y'all? Watch this here, y'all. Loyal is also legal. Do y'all see that? Legal, law. Do y'all see that? Faithful, honorable, law-abiding, the universal law. You understand that to be loyal is to be lawful. So loyal is legal. Okay, but there's another word called leal, and we get the word royal from it. All right? So those who are royal, okay, magnificent, are also of a king, of kingly descent. We call it regal. So you have loyal, legal, you have royal, regal. Now, what does regal mean, y'all? Regal means kingly, okay? And kingly means what, y'all? Real. All right? Or to lead, to rule. All right? So you have to understand that those who are loyal to their purpose are also royal to the earth. So a lot of us that are lawyers understand the law and we're understanding how to lead. All right. So a lot of us are really kings and queens for real. Very high kings and queens. And it's like we came back to say, this is what y'all did with the shit we left y'all last time. You mean to tell me this what y'all, this the best y'all? We ain't tell y'all to do this shit. Y'all pay attention. That's all we doing right now. Give me my shit back. You ain't do right by it. Now let me show you how it need to be done right now. Let's show you these. We back, y'all. All right. That's my presentation, y'all. Thank you so much.
All right, all right.
We like to thank you for the information and the teaching. And with that being said, this is Let's Talk Podcast brought to you on Monday night, 7 p.m. Central CST time. This is a platform for you to receive knowledge and wisdom. We will see you on a part 2 of Secrets, Mysteries of Planet Earth. Peace, love, and light.
Say yo.